Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
I'm Jenny.
And this is our wonderful evening of 90 million degrees that we're going to attempt to stay cool, but
It's 80.
it's 80.
80 degrees at 9:30 at night.
It doesn't feel like that here. But we are going to have a fantastic night tonight because we have one of my favorite people on the planet that is joining us, and that is Kelly of Pretty Little Bakers. Who I have known, I don't know how long I've known you. How long have I known you, Kelly?
I know, right? It's like almost 10 years. That is nuts.
It's been a long time, and we've gotten to do a lot of fun things through the years together.
Yeah.
And one of the things I've always been thankful about is we'll go like months without talking, and then it's like we just pick up right where we left off.
Totally. I know.
And
I feel like that's a really good sign of friendship, too. Because
it really is.
Is this weird? Hey, do you remember? I mean, it's like, hey, so about the other night or whatever. It's
I have a crazy idea. Yeah.
I'm all for it. Let's go.
So, Kelly, you have what I love that you've done through the years is you've pursued your dreams wholeheartedly every time. And I actually think at some point down the line, I'm gonna be like, Kelly, you need to write a book because you really do have that life of, I have this dream, I'm going to pursue it. I have a new dream that actually is a part of my old dream that I'm also going to pursue. And you've really pulled all those things together into what is now a very successful enterprise that we've gotten to benefit from through the years, whether it was it chocolate covered pretzel line or sticks?
Oreo Pops and pretzel bites.
And then we did the cool photo shoot that one time with your treats that I had to help you eat afterwards. And
there was also the BB-8 video.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember the BB-8 video.
That is absolutely correct. And so as we go through this, I'm going to be watching the comments. And if you guys have any questions for Kelly, throw them in and we will try to incorporate them in the show. But I really think we're going to start off with Jenny, who's our newest member tonight. And Jenny, actually, why don't you give a very brief description of who you are, introduction of who you are. And then you can ask Kelly whatever you would like.
Who am I?
Only the person I've probably known longest on this stream, but you know.
I am a longtime fan of Daps Magic. I met Mr. Daps during the 50th anniversary celebration, and neither of us lived in this area, so we would also just end up kind of in the park at the same time. So we would say hi across parade routes, like for Parade of Dreams. We'd watch in like the same place, but across the street from each other. And so here I am. Is this a good idea that I'm here? We're not sure.
You yell a lot, so
I do like to yell a lot.
It'll be great.
So
it'll be great.
It'll be great. I love it.
All right. So what's your first question for Kelly tonight?
My question for Kelly is, I would like to hear how you ended up becoming Pretty Little Bakers.
Oh my gosh. Well, on July 12th, 1991, I was born. And
Yes.
baking has always been a passion of mine. And I'm not classically trained by any means. I've never gone to Le Cordon Bleu, nothing like that. But it actually came from my mama. She loved baking. And I was always in the kitchen, oh, I think I need to try again. Just whatever it may be. I've always been her taste tester. And she'd always bake for holidays or events or parties or what have you. And I was just always there. And I remember after school in high school, I would come home and I would bake brownies, just a batch of brownies for myself. And then I was like, you know what? I don't really want to add the flour or the egg. So I'm just going to make milk chocolate and butter and sugar and literally just eat it out of the pan.
That sounds like a good idea.
I see no problems with that.
Right? Doesn't that sound so good?
Yeah.
And then, that turned to ice cream. I've always loved desserts.
Wait, you made ice cream?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. It's actually really simple too. There's a lot of, it's a long process just because it takes a lot of time, but it's just 2 ingredients. It's super easy. But yeah, it's always been something that I've loved. And I worked at Disney for a while, met Mr. Daps, and I think baking was always kind of not my outlet for, oh, I'm stressed, I need to bake, but it was always just so calming. I would have a long day at Disney and I'd come home and be like, what do I want to bake today? Ooh, banana nut bread or what have you. And it just was always so peaceful and relaxing for me. And it was always my happy place, my outlet. And to eventually bake as not just a hobby, but as a career, and then get to share my desserts with people. I mean, what else could you ask for? That's literally, it's the best job. It's like working at Disney. You're making magic for the guests. Well, now I'm making magic through their stomach.
Oh, totally are. I can attest to this multiple times. My question for you, just because I picked up on one thing you said, what is your favorite dessert?
Oh my gosh. Actually, it's actually from Disney. It's a chocolate covered strawberry. Any kind of chocolate covered strawberry is my absolute favorite. Disneyland has the biggest long stemmed chocolate dipped strawberries. The ones that I love are the ones that have mini chocolate chips around them. I mean, it's like $5.50 for one stinking chocolate covered strawberry. Oh, that is the best $5.50 I will have ever had. So good. Good question.
Nice, Kelly. Katie, do you have a question for Kelly?
I do, actually. Looking at the cookies you make, they are wonderful and beautiful. And like, not only are you very wonderfully artistic, but you also capture characters' essences, which tells me that you are a fantastic Disney fan. So tell me about your love for Disney.
Oh my God. And again, where do I start?
Again, you were born.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, it started July. Who doesn't love Disney, right? It's like
True.
Disney brings so much joy to everyone, whether you're at the park or watching The Lion King that was my movie, literally. My parents.
That was everybody's movie.
Yes, right. And the second it was over, it was a VHS, and so I'd have my parents rewind it and start it all over again. They're like, literally, Kelly, I hate you. But I mean, it's those things where it's like these movies, Disneyland, Disney people, they bring me so much joy. So to be able to make a cookie of a Disney character. No question about it. It is the best thing. That and making ice cream cookies. I'm so happy.
Love ice cream.
Wow, that sounds
ice cream
good.
Cookies.
So, could you draw before you did this? Like,
I literally can draw.
But you can make the cookie look just like.
Yeah. I actually have this really cool thing. It's called a Pico Projector. So you stick a thumb drive into it, and you can have anything
cool.
you want to. Anytime I do writing with cursive or
like the logos and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I upload the logo to the Pico. So if let's say I'm making a Goofy cookie and I want to draw exactly where Goofy's hat is and the side or whatever it may be, I have the image projected onto my cookie.
Huh.
I can just go from there. And that's how I outline. And then it's like, cool, now this is the area for the hat instead of making an overly large hat. And then now his ears are really small or whatever. It may
Sure.
be. Yeah.
Well, and then you can keep it consistent because like it seems like you've done like 50 or I don't know how many. You do a lot.
Yeah.
Where it's like you've got the same logo or something on lots of cookies. And I'm like, that looks so tedious. I don't have the patience for this.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where the Pico Projector, it comes into play so many times, and it's a blessing because if
that's really cool.
Cookie with the Chick-fil-A logo, can't make the Chick-fil-A logo really small up in the right corner of whatever it may be. It all has to be centered and in the exact same size of the font, and it's consistency is key, and the Pico really helps with that.
That's awesome. So I think one of the things that has been really fun for me to watch is you've I don't know if it was the last few months, but it seemed like the last few months you came up with this really cool cookie decorating kit in a box.
Yes,
and I got to do one. And I will admit, opening it up, I was a little daunted because as my two friends who are in Southern California know, every time they drag me in to do the Animation Academy, I am not the happiest camper in the world.
Far from it, actually.
Yes. And I was kind of like, oh, my cookies are going to be so bad. But on the flip side, I was like, oh, I really want to Insta story these also. I'm like,
and they turned out great. They really did.
It turned out okay, but thank you.
Fantastic.
But it was surprisingly fun. Like I was
Good.
sitting there and watching Fat Cat Swinger. So you got great music going on. I just feel like the jazz goes really well with the cookie process.
Yeah.
My question is, where did you go from making cookies to helping other people make their own cookie or decorate their own cookie thing? Like, where did this come from? And how did it progress?
Yeah, so I would say in probably April or May of 2019, that's really when we started focusing on custom cookies. And towards the end of the year, actually, well before the pandemic, we would sell our cookies at local wineries or, little something at the Fort Mason in San Francisco. And people would ask, oh my gosh, do you have anything like for, I don't know, a bridal shower, like anything that we can do? I'm like, anything you can do. Wait, that actually would be a lot of fun, right? If you have you and your 10 best friends or you and your mom, whoever it may be, sitting down, listening to a podcast or listening to music or having Disney movies playing in the background and just decorating cookies. I mean, who would not have fun with that?
I don't know. I think everybody should. I mean, if I had fun with it, and that's what I've been telling everybody. I'm like, yeah, we did this cookie kit. And I kind of had that thought at first. I'm like, well, this is for the artsy people. And I was like, no, I had fun. And if I had fun, everybody will have fun. So
I love that. And a lot of people think too, it's, oh, it's just for the kids. Oh, just for the ones that are 4 and younger. I'm like, please no. I mean, we've had senior centers order DIY cookie decorating kits. And I'm like, wait, can I be there? I would love to play with them, right? I'd love to decorate cookies with seniors. How fun is that? Because, they're saying, oh, they're older and so they can't really bake anymore, but this would still be fun for them. And I'm like, I know, it's okay. You're crying. I'm not crying. It's fine.
I bet they're better at decorating than any of us. Like they're probably just like, oh, perfect.
Like, oh, I got this, no biggie.
Right? So tell me, like, how did this come together? What do people get? Like, tell us all about it. Because I don't think everybody knows yet.
Yeah, perfect. So I actually have a couple kits here. I don't have anything Mickey themed, so
that's
I
fine.
Failed.
They're cookie themed. It's good.
So one kit here, let me see if I can. I don't want anything to move. So this is a dinosaur cookie kit. I'm just going to go through what.
I'm going to make you bigger.
Let's get dinosaurs, guys.
We're giving you full screen, Kelly.
All right. I hope that you can see these. Okay.
They can now. You're full screen.
So
Thank you. So dinosaur cookie kit. So this one, we do have. We have 3 different dinosaur shapes, and you get 4 different cookies or four cookies of one shape.
Love it.
See if I can. If I had more space, I didn't think about this. Dang it. Okay. So then this little guy, and then the T-Rex. Got to have the T-Rex.
Of course.
Okay, so this is 12 cookies. So each kit does come with 12 cookies, and you get 4 bags of royal icing. Which
is really good.
It is, yes. The vanilla royal icing. Super sweet.
I know. Jenny's like, wait, Mr. Daps likes icing? And no, I was really enjoying it.
Good. Yeah, I've seen so many kids, the second they take out the box or take out the cookies, they're like, cool, snap, right in the mouth.
I didn't do that, but
I love it.
That would be me and Katie for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
It's good. It's good.
I pick a color.
Yeah.
What was that?
We would each pick a color.
Yeah,
she would get green, I would get blue, and we
there
would
you
just.
go. Well, now there's 4 colors, so you each get 2. So you're good.
Yes.
And then we also include, so it's 12 cookies, 4 royal icing, different colors, and then you get 3 different sprinkles. Typically, we try to, like this one, we included a couple, can you see that? Eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
For the dino, I mean, why not, But we typically try to coordinate the sprinkles and the colors with the theme of the kit. So if you have this one over here, it's we call it like a springtime kit. It's butterflies and okay, so it's butterflies and rainbows and flowers, if you can see that. And of course, it's stelly colors as opposed to the orange and the blue.
Sure.
And then of course we have different sprinkles for this guy. Oh, but yeah, it's great. I mean, 12 cookies, 4 bags of royal icing, 3 sprinkles. People are like, okay, awesome. Can we have more? And I'm like, yes, you can. I get it. The love of cookie decorating in my body is just so surreal. So when people are like, wait, but can we just get like one more kit? Actually, you know what? Let's do 2. Let's do completely different. You know what? Let's up it to 4 kits. And I'm like, I literally understand. I get it completely. It's so fun, especially too when you have so many different shapes. I mean, you can make a Disney kit. You can make a springtime. You can do a dinosaur kit. We have Father's Day kits coming up.
Oh, there's a good idea.
Kit. Yeah, like a toolkit, a mustache and a tie, a beer mug, and a pretzel, and a hot dog and a hamburger.
I approve all these things. That sounds great.
Yeah, it's pretty dang fun.
How long does it take you to put together a box?
Like
from start to finish, because you have to make the cookie and all that stuff too.
We've gotten really good, really down to a science where, you know, we bake, we roll out the dough, we cut the shapes, and while they're baking, then we put the kit together. We do the royal icing colors. So we can probably knock one out in 20 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Wow. Yeah.
I was expecting you to be like in 2 hours or, you know, like, I don't know.
Yeah. We had, gosh, it was over, I think it's right after Easter, kind of before Mother's Day. We had hundreds of kits and we're like, how many can we have done in a day? It's a little overwhelming.
I think so.
That record was like on 50 something in a day, which it doesn't sound like a lot, especially too if you're saying one kit in 20 minutes. But I mean, at that point, you kind of got to group everything. Let's do all the cookies first. Let's do all the royal icings next, and then put the kit together at the end.
Oh, totally. So this is a very important question with all of this. How many cookie cutters do you have?
You know what's so funny? Mom makes fun of me for this all the time. When people ask via email and they say, oh, what shapes do you have? I go, we have approximately, and then I just go, whatever numbers I hit on my computer, that's the number. That's the number that they're getting because we have so many. And keeping track of them, I forget which ones we have. We have literally an Excel document that is
that's cool.
like a Google sheet that's ever changing, can be easily updated. We have appropriate bins for, okay, so the baby bin, you know, we have the baby bottle, the rattle, the carriage, the baby face, the word baby. I mean, we have some wedding. That's another bin. It is nuts. It's nuts. You really don't want to know how much I've spent on everything, so just don't ask that. But
well, the dinosaur cookies are very popular on Twitter, I'm seeing right now.
Oh, good.
And,
they should be.
They are, and it's going all over the place from Dinosaur, the TV show, to The Simpsons to Jurassic Park, as you can imagine.
Love that. Yes.
And yeah, it's pretty funny to watch. My question following up on all of the cookie cutters, though.
Yeah.
How do you store all those? Like, are they all just in a big box, or do you have them like organized? Or
organized shelving equipment. I'm telling you, we have one room in the house donated for PLB, Pretty Little Bakers, and we have all of our boxes because we do ship. We can ship all over the states. And so we have our boxes, you know, our different size of boxes. We have these different size of these boxes, like the shipping boxes that I was first talking about. We have all of our ingredients on, you know, different shelf, sprinkles. That is very difficult to keep organized just because we have so many different colors and different styles and shapes.
Sure.
Yeah. And then the cookie cutters, it's growing. I think we're going to need to take over another room in the house pretty soon.
Might as well. You know.
Just do it.
Why not?
Katie or Jenny, I'm dominating all the questions. Do you have any questions? Because I can keep going because I'm completely fascinated by this.
Do you have a favorite cookie you've made?
That was my question.
Oh, I stole it. Yay!
That's a good one. You know, okay, this is going to sound so silly. I think probably my favorite cookie that I've ever made comes with a backstory.
I love backstory.
It was Chewbacca. And, you know, it was my first time to Star Wars Land. And because we're up in the Bay Area in Northern California. So it was my first time to Star Wars Land. And it was right when the new ride, what's it
Rise of the Resistance?
That one. Yep.
Yep.
It was right when that was released and they had the queues and everything. I was like, well, I know we're going to be riding that one. So let's try to ride the Millennium Falcon. Whatever that, I don't even know what that ride is called.
That's it.
Cool. Yep. So we're going through the park. I'm amazed, right? I mean, I worked at Disney and this is a whole new land. So I'm like, what is everything? So we're going through the park and I'm with Haley and Tyler and like way from afar, Tyler's like, oh, hey, we have a friend. And I'm like, who? And all of a sudden you see this freaking Chewbacca come
I
running.
love that.
And I literally became a child where I was shaking with nervousness to be around Chewy. I was nervous and I was blushing and like sweating. It was so not cute. And Tyler was great. He was like, "Oh, Chewy, I have my friend Kelly here. She has something for you." And Chewy looks at me and does this little, oh my God, you guys are gonna laugh at me. Little,
Do it.
that was great. I know. He does his little call, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm weak in my knees. I don't know. How do you talk to Chewy? Like, this is like meeting the president. I don't know what to do. I'm just frozen. I'm stressed. I'm nervous, and I'm like, I got you like literally, it was so embarrassing. And meanwhile, Chewy's like, he's taking my arm, and I'm like, I literally don't even know what's happening. I feel like a celebrity walking around with Chewy, and his arms around me, and I am freaking out. And we walk over to the Millennium Falcon ride, and don't even know what power this Chewbacca has, but he let us go right on the ride and surpass everybody as
It's
if
his ship.
It is, and I'm like, oh my, I don't deserve to be in your presence. I don't understand what is happening right now. I feel like I blacked out during the entire thing. So the fact that I'm able to retell the story is like that. But I really do think that was my favorite cookie because of the story. And I'm rambling. I'm like
was awesome.
talking about it. It was life changing.
That is insane. And it's a really fun picture. It's on our thumbnail today.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, I was like, oh, what a great picture. And now it's an even better picture.
Oh my God.
We do have a question from Clocky, who's wondering, have you ever had a custom cookie cutter made?
Clocky, I love you. If you know anybody who can make me cookie cutters, please let me know.
He might.
Yeah, that would be great. Typically what I do is people are like, hey, can I have I want multiple race car DIY cookie kit. We'll be like, awesome. And literally this is so time consuming. But it kind of shaves off some time when they're not frequently ordered cookies, rather than paying for a cookie cutter. And especially now with Amazon, the Prime is still there, but it takes a couple days.
It's not quite as fast. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We try to get our kits out ASAP. So what we'll do is we'll, zoom in on a really big picture on our computer, trace it on a piece of paper, cut it out with a paper plate, and use the paper plate cutout as our race car cutout or whatever it may be. And then we literally just cut it out of the rolled out dough.
Wow. Oh, by hand.
Great. It's fantastic. I mean, it's very time consuming, but that way, you get the shape that you want.
Wow. So if you know where you can get custom made cookie cutters, let us know. We'll share it with Kelly, and that might be very helpful. Wow. I actually didn't want. Do you have penguin cookie cutters?
Yes.
Okay, that just popped into my head. That's
good. Yeah, good. We've just found so many more animals because people are wanting the jellyfish, and they want a tiger and a llama and a cat on one kit. I don't ask questions. I'm like, let's do it. So we've ordered.
Yeah, because there's probably some fun story like Chewbacca that's their own version of it that's behind it anyway. So you really can't question it. So what do you have coming next? Like, do you have what's beyond Father's Day?
Yeah, good question. So right now we're trying to promote Father's Day, and then after that we're going to be getting into 4th of July, which I'm really excited about because that's going to be a lot of Captain America cookies.
Oh, nice.
So it's I think the hardest part is prepping for the holidays and understanding the times, right? With quarantine, we're like, do we post about Easter? I mean, it's a happy moment, but people are not working right now, and things like that. But these have just been flying off the shelves, and it's been great. So now we are trying to prep for 4th of July, which is less than a month away, but still, I mean, who the heck is thinking about 4th of July right now? But we got to.
Absolutely. How long does it take from order to at my house in general?
Are you talking about DIY kits or cookies?
Yeah, DIY kits.
Sure. We literally try to bake them like that day or the next day and ship them out in the afternoon.
So a couple days.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. Or sometimes, people will order now saying, hey, I would like to purchase a Father's Day kit, the hamburger and the hot dog and the tool set, but I don't need it until the 20th or the 19th. So we have them on a list, and we obviously don't make them now. We make them the 20th or the 19th.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool. Katie, did you have a question? I saw you. Oh no, she's like, don't talk to
I'm
me.
just excited.
Oh, okay. Jenny, do you have a question?
Treats.
We do like treats.
We like treats a lot. Ooh, do I have a question? I just feel like I want to know so many things about baking. I assume that you're like, so I make cookies, but like I make lazy cookies. So like drops, balls,
Love it.
you
This
know, like
is great, I'm sure.
like
They are.
rolling things. Just every time I've tried it, I don't like it. They come out fine, but it's so much work. So that I don't know where I was going with this at all.
You had us all wondering. We're like,
I
what's
know. I felt like I had something very exciting to say. Do you do any allergy related like treats and stuff?
Love
Do you have
that.
those in like your shop?
Great question. Yes. So we also do bites, which Mr. Dabs, you know a lot about.
I've had to test one or two in my day.
What a shame. Life is rough.
I know.
But yeah, we do gluten-free items, cookies. We also do gluten-free bites. We have, let's see, I know a lot of people have asked for eggless cookie dough, or they're allergic to nuts. And we do use almond extract in our cookies, but it's the tiniest amount. So if people have a nut allergy, we can totally omit it. But yeah, we definitely make, gluten-free, I would say, is probably our biggest
That makes sense.
allergen seller. Is that
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Modification.
Love that. Yeah.
I don't know.
We have a lot of those, and we always label everything when people get a kit. It's like, hey, this is a gluten-free kit. It was made in a kitchen that has nuts and it's other items, dairy and eggs. But we take proper precautions to make sure that there's no cross-contamination.
That is cool. All right, we got another chat question. Mary Penguin is asking, are there any bakers that you would love to do a cookie collab with?
Oh,
I love that question.
Good question.
That's
Yeah.
a good question. I love Food Network. I love baking shows. I mean, Chopped Sweets or any like the Christmas Cookie Challenge, where
We need to get you on that.
Oh my gosh! But then I was thinking, I get so stressed when there's a time limit, right? They have 90 minutes to make like 10 cookies. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's where my hand's going to be. It's gonna be like, here's a cookie. Like, I'm sorry, what is that? What does that even look like? I'm like, it tastes great. Don't worry about it. But anyway, back to Baker Collab. Really, gosh, anyone on Food Network. I feel like my biggest dream, and this is probably more so just a chef, not necessarily a baker, Giada De Laurentiis. Love her.
I've seen her make cookies.
Yes.
Like
yes.
on an occasional show or something. I don't know.
You can definitely teach me how to cook. Let's hope. I mean, my boyfriend's doing a pretty good job of that, but maybe she can get a couple additional points too. And probably Ree Drummond. She's great. She's fantastic. Yeah, probably just Food Network people. Anyone on Food Network. I mean, they have the skills, the talent, the knowledge of going to culinary school. I don't. I'm just a home baker, and I love what I do. I'm good at what I do, but reaching outside of that and to let's make pasta. I'm like, how about you make it? I'll eat it. So I mean, just can teach me things like, let's hang out, let's collab.
That is fun. So if you had a Food Network TV show that whoever shows up tomorrow and they're like, Kelly, pitch your show, what would your show be?
Probably I first would faint. So after,
that's a good show.
Yeah. That's what it would be. Exactly. So then after, I get some water in me and get some fluids and wipe off all the sweat. It would probably be a family show. I'm super close with my family. My cousin, who is so close to me, I call her my sister. She helps me bake too. So mom, sister, and me, we all do Pretty Little Bakers together. And they would not love the camera by any means, but I think just kind of incorporating the family into the show, and we are really silly when we're together, when we're baking. We make silly comments, and we call ourselves the Stoopy crew because we're just so stoopy together. So just kind of, showing that and showing cookies or baking or tips and tricks, or, hey, we're going to go to an event and sell these cookies. Let's see how it turns out. I just think incorporating the family would be, it's more meaningful, more relatable and personable. So anything along those lines.
I think you're totally right. It'd be a lot of fun. You can just call it Pretty Little Bakers and off you go.
There you go. I love
Just
it.
run with a brand that already works, and
Perfect.
that's what I think you should do. All right. Well, we are running out of time. It's amazing how fast this goes.
No.
It is. Yeah. So we'll have to have you back. Now that it's so much easier, like really the reason you haven't been back is because you're so far away. But now it's like you're just around the corner.
And you know what? Next time I'll send you guys a cookie kit with the DAPS, and y'all can be decorating them during the show.
Maybe I'll have to find a way. Clocky can help me find a custom cookie cutter maker, and then I can send you the whatever it's cookie cutter.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah, we'll make this a thing. It'll be fun. But if people want to go get these cookies or get cookie kits, which I would highly suggest, the cookies look fantastic, but it was really fun. Which I never thought I would be somebody like, hey, you should do the ones where you get to decorate. Because normally I'm like, just give me the cookie.
Cookie mouth.
Yes, it's very true. Baked goods are my weakness. But anyway, if they want to find out more, get cookies, all that stuff about you, where do they go?
Love it. Website, prettylittlebakers.com. If you want to personally get in touch with moving forward with an order, email me. That's how we conduct all orders. We have that personal connection. I know exactly what it is that you want, any tweaks, changes, whatever it may be. That's Kelly, Kellie, at prettylittlebakers.com. And we'll respond so quickly.
Awesome. And I'm sure you will, because you always do. Well, thank you so much for being on Geeks Corner tonight. It has been a pleasure. And Katie, can you get us out of here?
I can. You shoot at appsmagic.com. Check out all the Disney and geek news as it happens. Find a lot of fun things. If you want to see more of what we do on this show, there is a Geeks Corner tab that you could click on, and you can see the other times Kelly was on and how wonderful she is.
Thank you.
That is right. And subscribe to this YouTube channel because we've got lots more videos coming up. It's been surprising how much we have found in the archives that we never posted that we just didn't realize. We take way more video than I ever realized. But that is all the time we have for you this week. So we will see you around the corner.
Bye.
Bye.